Hey everyone, welcome to another hunt video. Today we're going to be fighting Duramboros, so let's get on with this. And there he is. So as you can see, Duramboros is a absolutely massive brute wyvern. Now one of the biggest things about him is, well, his giant club tail, as you can see. He's very much a mountainous type monster, but that tail he will use as his primary weapon. So you really need to watch out for him. He's pretty unique in the way that he uses his tail more than the front of him, even though he's spamming the rams right now. But you'll see once he does some tail moves. There we go, there's one. So he does that. He will slam his tail back quite a bit. And one of the big things with Duramboros is that he'll use that tail as a counterweight to do a spinning attack, which once he does it, I'll of course show you. But he can be quite dangerous in the sense that he can go like halfway across the whole entire area you're in once he does those sorts of moves. And he can be a bit unpredictable because he uses his tail so much. So if you're used to a monster that uses, its head more often, then once you come to this, it'll be a bit confusing. You're wondering, why is he backing up? Why is he doing that? Now, Duramboros is weakest against fire. As you know, I usually just bring raw, but he is weakest against fire. Okay, and here's that spin attack I was talking about. So he has a couple spin attacks, but this is the main one where he'll spin with a counterweight, and then once he comes out of it, once he comes out of it, he'll launch forwards. So see how, actually, yeah, he goes up. I forgot, this is the one where he goes up and slams down. So you really got to watch out for that. It does big damage. But he'll do that spin and then slam. He does have a couple different variations of the swim. Not swim, I meant to say the spin. Now, Duramboros was first introduced in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, so this game. He's then since been in 3 Ultimate and then Generations Ultimate, or Generations and Generations Ultimate. So he's been mainly 3rd, 4th gen. He hasn't really been in heaps of games, just a couple. He has a very cool monster though. His moveset is very unique, which can make him really hard, but also quite enjoyable to fight. But as I said, at the same time, he can be quite a challenge, especially if your gear isn't the best, or if you're just relatively new to the game. And Duramboros didn't come super high in the 20th anniversary voting. He came 121st, so it's not super low, but it's also not that high. I would have actually I know he hasn't been in many games, but I would have sort of expected him to be a bit higher because he's a pretty unique monster. And if you're trying to do the most optimal damage, you see the hump on his back, that is where you'll be doing the most damage. It's the best hit zone, broken and unbroken. When it's broken, your hit zones will be even better. But even when it's not broken, that's still your best bet. Now, depending on your weapon for gun, your other best bet would probably be the tail if you're not able to get to the hump, because obviously you can't always get to the hump. And for cutting weapons, probably best would be legs and head. And then for impact weapons, mostly legs and tail. I also forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about his weaknesses, he is weak against poison, quite considerably weak against poison. So if you do have a poison weapon, it might be worth bringing it, but at the same time, I always just bring raw. But if you want to bring an element or one of those type of things, either fire or poison, if you can, would probably be the best bet. And you can break Duramboros' tail. It can be a bit of a pain to break. It's not the easiest spot to hit, and it's relatively resistant, but it is good to break. And then, as I was saying earlier, you can break the hump as well, and you can break his horns. The hump is probably one of the best spots to break, because once he does trip over, you'll be able to you'll be able to hit the hump, which once broken has the best hit zones. It generally has the best hit zones, but once broken, the hit zones are even better. And interestingly, Duramboros has a interesting mechanic where you can actually mine a part of his tail. Now, I believe you have to break it once and then you can mine it. I'm not 100% sure on that, so correct me if I'm wrong. But you can mine his tail after he does the slam down attack. I've personally never actually done it. That's why I'm saying I'm not 100% sure, because I've never actually done it. But it seems to be that you can mine his tail once he does that specific attack. Now, as you can see, he is generally a pretty slow moving monster. He is a bit faster when he's angry like he is right now, but generally he is quite slow. He is very tanky though, so you will probably be just hitting him for a while and wondering when he's going to die. That's what happens with me when I usually fight him, as he is very tanky, but he's so slow that you usually have a good amount of chances to attack him. And one really good thing with Duramboros is when he's tired, once, the spin attack that he did earlier, when he does that and he's tired, he will always fall over. So you will always have a chance to attack his hump when he does that, because he'll fall all the way over, which is incredibly helpful to get some good damage in. And if you're unsure when he's angry, he has pretty good tells. You can see the puffing coming out of his mouth, but also the humps on his back will actually get all steamy as they are now. You see the steam coming off of it. That will indicate that he's angry. Obviously, you can also just tell from his speed and movement and all of that, but that's another indicator if you're not too sure. Okay, so I've broken his tail now, so that one break there, I believe, is when you can actually mine his tail. I believe it would be that spot there by the looks of it. So once he slams his tail down, you'll be able to mine his tail once you've got it to this stage. I don't know how many, you know, opportunities you have to mine it, if it's just like 1 or 2, but I'm not too sure on that. Okay, and the fact that he's tied now, unless he goes in the trap, he should trip over while he does this. Yep, see, since he was tied, he's guaranteed to trip over, which gives you a really, really good opportunity to hit the hump right now. And hopefully you can break it if he does this enough and you get a good opportunity, because then you'll be doing even more damage. Okay, he's gone right into the trap. Perfect. Let's try and get some more tail damage in. Oh, there we go. Broke the actual tail casing off of his tail now. So you get 2 breaks on his tail. You break it the first time, and then you break the actual casing off, which you can carve the casing afterwards. You've got to do a lot of damage to his tail, though. I was attacking it quite a bit there. In the mainline Monster Hunter series, Duramboros is almost alone. He has 1 subspecies, but that's it. And that subspecies only appears in 3 Ultimate, and that is Rust Duramboros. But other than that, he doesn't have any mainline subspecies. I believe he does have 1 from Monster Hunter Explore, I think it was. But he has nothing else mainline, just him and Rust Duramboros, and that's all. And other than everything I've said, there isn't heaps of Duramboros. He's pretty much just a big, slow-moving brute wyvern that likes to spin around, and you really got to watch out for that. Oh my god, almost got hit there. He's not particularly hard, but he's also not particularly easy. He can be difficult depending on your gear and your skill level, but generally he's so slow that you usually have a good chance to attack him. It's just his attacks also do big damage. I personally think Duramboros is a pretty cool monster. He's very unique in the way that he fights and the way that he moves, and I really do love that. I kind of hope they bring him back one day in the future. Now, he's not like the most crazy monster, and he is very big, so I don't know when they could add him back, but I do like him. I think he's a pretty cool monster in my opinion. Oh, and there we go, objective cleared. So as you can see, he's a very slow-moving big monster. Now, so this one was only a lower rank one, so it's not like this one's incredibly hard. Obviously, if you're going to do one that's more your rank, it's going to be much harder. But just the main takeaways from him is prepare for a lot of tail slams. The way that he moves is completely different to every other monster. Bring a raw weapon, or if you want to use an element or something, bring fire or poison. And there we go, guys. So that's going to be the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to join the channel as a member, you can. I'll show on screen now all the members we have. Thank you all very much. And yeah, I'll see all you guys in the next hunt video. See you guys then. Bye.